I'm back.
Just check that your audio's included
Yep,
again, mate, so just restarted the stream. Sound.
Oh. So what did I miss?
What did you miss? You missed a fairly unentertaining Q1, some decent laps. It's actually pretty tight at the top. BF1 Racer took top spot with a 33.880, and then there were quite a few in the 34 flats and 34, everywhere between there and like 34.8s, to be honest.
Pretty close.
Other than that, we had a quick stream restart when you went to get yourself a bottle of water, and now we're ready to go, ready to rock and roll. We should be all good and dandy now.
First driver out, JG Hudson 11, the Red Bull on the soft tyres. Oh, many people getting out nice and early in the softs.
We'll go with Hudson as he's the first man out, and I'll just make sure that we are live because it's telling me we are, but... we are live. There we go, we are live. We are back.
Yep, Bill Hudson. I believe he's not had the best start to the season, but after watching both F2 races, I think he's retired in both, unfortunately. But, as people would say, it's never over until the far late, these things.
So, only 2 rounds in, you'd like to think he can... well, he's got time on his side.
Yep. So, current size lap down at turn 1. Getting on this turn. Do this little turn now through roundabout heaven. Turn 3. Into 4. Oh, that was a bit close. Now coming up into turn 5. Very tricky chicane. That's pretty nice enough for roundabout heaven again.
We love a roundabout at Vietnam.
And now we've got 7 years to wait until we get to the end of this, so yeah. Oh, you got close to that wall, geez. Down to braking zone century. Oh, he's down in neutral.
Yeah, real tight. Yeah, extra rotation, mate. Neutral for the extra rotation.
And now for wheelhead.com.
Yeah, I most definitely is made for a wheel, this part.
It's not even worth trying to do an onboard lap track out what corner he's at through there.
Well, that's 22, and this is 23. I can tell you that much because there's 23 corners. But other than that, that's a 34.8 for Hudson.
Yeah,
the next man
BF1.
to the line, I think it's BF1, and it's a 33.8 again. Just 2,000 slower than his Q1 time. And Stygian with a 34.2. And it looks like a Williams up next. Is that Mark? No, it is not. It'll be one shot.
He's coming across the line.
And it's a 34.8 for one shot. 6 tenths. No, 8 tenths off his Q1 time. And with the 34.5 puts himself in P3. And it looks like one of the, I think it's...
It'll be Slee next.
No, it's going to be Slee next, yep. It's going to be Jay Slee in the second of the Alfa Romeos.
Oh, he's running a bit deep there, that won't be very helpful. Very cautious last corner, running the red wall. As a 34 flat.
Yeah, he'll take it. He'll definitely take that. 34
Dan,
flat. Then Dan goes with a 34.4, and it's
Breezy.
one of the Alpha Tauris. I think, Breezy with a 33.8.
They've done the same time as well.
No, they haven't. Breezy's done the 33.862, and BF1 Racer's done a 33.882.
Oh, that's ignore me. It just looked the same.
Lukey 35-1. We'll take a look at the tyres so we know what's what. Currently Josh and Lukey did times on the mediums. Everyone else on the soft tyres so far. I think it's going to be marked next to the line. We have a flying lap. It is. The stream seems to have sorted itself out. I think if we have any more issues, let me know and we'll relook at it. But I think since we've had a restart and a little bit of lag right at the start of the restart, we look good. This Magic Mark is going to set his first flyer of the session. A little bit wide there. And it's a 34.6, jumps in front of his teammate and into P8.
No little Sparks is going to be the next one to cross the line. Now for Tari. I saw the start of the season, Sparks did, I believe.
Yeah, he's made a good start actually, yeah.
Yeah, coming up from
F3. I mean, the one to watch has got to be Muddy, but he's made a great start, Sparks, coming up from F3?
Yeah,
F4? 3. And he does a 34.627 to jump just in front of Magic Mark and into P8. So far, two people not to settle lap is FFR Milan and Sync Saju, who is currently on her out lap. But we've got a couple. I'm not sure if Muddy's on a flyer, but he's into the final corner and he doesn't have much ERS left, so he will be. This will be a flyer from our current championship leader. And it'll be a 34.3 PF1 racer, already retired. He's fairly confident with his 33.8 time. He says that'll see me through to Q3. Thank you very much.
Right, so 6 Hydrogen next.
Oh,
just watch.
You want the speedometer? I don't roll with the speedometer, but we'll put it on. There you go, double, just for you, my friend. We'll have the speedometer on, and that turns itself off every session. In the Haas, what a car the Haas is. Greatest car on the grid.
Depends what you mean by it.
I mean, I drive it, so it's got to be the greatest car on the grid.
Very debatable.
We'll find out. You watch this space, Sync Size View for P1 here.
Oh, leave it second.
That was nice. That was very nice. And yeah, I'm a first person there, but as we know from a personal level, she's new to the wheel, so traction is hard when you move. Yep, like I say, traction is hard when you first move to the wheel. As pointed out there. Oh, she's going to run into that wall as well.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah, traction's difficult when you first move to the wheel. As pointed out there, that's probably why she's using the higher gears. And that's sort of all she wrote for Q2 so far. So whilst we're sat here and we're not doing a hell of a lot, your thoughts on Vietnam Eastern as we will both be tackling the streets of Hanoi on Wednesday night?
What's this since last season, so I don't know. That looks scary.
How'd you get on last season, mate? I didn't make last season's, unfortunately.
I came second last season after starting like 8th or something. So it was picked up.
You'll take that, yeah, you'll take that, you'll take that. I'd take a. I do like this track, but it's not easy. I mean, it doesn't take. It literally just takes a wall tap, and you've got damage, and there's walls everywhere. So, it sort of gives you an idea of what you. As we're probably going to start to see cars emerge. I think we're going to see a Williams emerge. I'm not quite sure which one that is. I think that's One Shot. He had the blue helmet on previously, and it is One Shot. And yeah, I have to agree with Sainz. Hanoi is beautiful when you hook it up, yep, and it's also horrific when you don't. It can be one of the most painful tracks if you're not a fan of it. And I know, obviously, in the league we had the vote before the season as to whether Hanoi was going to feature on the calendar or be replaced by Bahrain Short. And Hanoi won out the vote, and it's ended up sticking to the calendar.
Yep.
See, we've already got a mix of emotions in the chat. It's painful, and some people love it. It is one of those. It's a bit like Marmite. You might not even know what Marmite is because you're Scottish, but it's a bit like Marmite.
Don't know.
What? That you don't know what Marmite is?
No. Yeah.
For God's sake,
I've
man.
heard of it, I've never seen it before.
All I can tell you, Marmite, you either love it or you hate it, and that is what Hanoi is. You either love it or you hate it.
So it's definitely a bit more cloudy.
Could we see some rain?
Maybe.
A little bit of rain?
Maybe so. Same as FT last season. Try Q1 and Q2, then rain comes down in Q3.
I mean, I just like wet weather races, to be honest.
Oh no, yeah, you're not
It's,
over.
as Slee also decides he's had enough and that his time of a 34 flat will see him through. As we'll watch One Shot start his lap, he'll be the first of the drivers to complete his last Q2 run. Down through turn 1. This is a beautiful section if you get it hooked up, but it can be painful to hook it up. It can be so hard. He doesn't use a hell of a lot of the inside curve there, but it looked nice. He's now going to head down towards the end of sector 1, and we'll get the first time split. Staging has retired, and he's 2 tenths up through the first split. That was purple on my screen. I don't trust the splits entirely, but it was purple on my screen.
I just realised when Bob was captain straight line wall Q1.
Yeah, and he's in Q2, so... Oh, he's even going to get a toe. He's even going to get a toe off his mate. Oh, I love it. I love it, I do. Get tucked in behind that Williams.
Okay, don't go season 2. There we go. This is like the pretty tidy lap so far.
This has looked pretty tidy. He's going to be 4 tenths up heading into the final sector. If he can knock 6 tenths off in the final sector, which I probably can't see happening, he'll end up top of the pile. But you never know, his final sector last lap might have been absolutely atrocious. Because this has looked decent so far. He's D-rated early, but he's only got a little bit of a slide. It's looked good, and he'll take it. It's 34.2. He went faster in Q1, but it'll see him through, I should think. However, there's only the P10 is a 34.6, so...
Look, it's going to be the next one, as you did validate.
Lukey locks up into turn 22, a little bit wide.
Very cautious last corner.
But on the power, and it's a 34 flat, that will definitely see him through. I have no doubt about that, as the next is going to be Little Sparks. No, he's on an outlap. It's going to be his teammate. No, he's also on an outlap.
I think it'll be...
It's going to be...
Mark.
It's going to be Michael, is it? No,
That'll
he's
be
on an
Mark.
outlap. They're all on... Yeah, it'll be Mark. Is his team... Oh, no, look at this from the Williams. They switch it straight round. Williams friends. Williams friends. Ooh, Williams friends. Look at the toe. Get tucked in behind him. Oh, there's got to be some communications going on there, surely. That is very, very nice from the two Williams boys. And at Vietnam, that can gain you a lot of time down that back straight.
Oh, Mark's 4 tenths up.
Yeah, Mark's on a flyer. If he can nail this last sector. It's looked good through there. Get all over these curves through here.
Let's slide out
A
turn
little bit of a
22.
slide. Both Williams struggling out of turn 22, but for Mark, it's a 33.8.
Lovely
And
stuff.
he kicks himself right up into the back.
Milan,
His teammate, however, could be in trouble. However, Milan sets a 34.3.
Dan. Oh, 34 flat.
Dan, 34 flat.
Oh, someone... Oh, that's Mark letting everyone through.
Oh. So
Muddy.
it's going to be Muddy next to the line. He probably want to see himself higher up the
Oh.
grid. And that's a 33.8 from Muddy.
Well,
It's going to be,
Sparks.
I feel...
Oh, Sparks.
Oh,
Could be out.
Sparks. What's he?
Josh across the line. 34-1, he's in danger. One shot's in danger.
One shot's out. One shot is out. Michael jumps on a 33.9. One shot is out.
Hudson now. He needs to find about 6
Hudson
10.
needs quite a bit of
He's back
time.
off.
And he's backed out. He's backed out of the lap. I think Saiju pulls into the pitch without setting a time.
Well, Sparks.
Milan is on another lap.
Sparks lost it slightly, but I don't think he's going to improve money. Moves out lane nicely for him.
Well, Milan's going to be the next to the line, out of the danger
Yeah, it's
zone.
not on the lap.
He's got to be the 34.2, and he's not on a lap. He's 2.8 seconds down on his time.
Sparks is to put the tenths up at the minute. That could.
He needs it. He needs to. He's currently 500ths out of Q3. Oh! Dear me!
That's
He didn't want to
untrue.
catch that, but that's going to cost him a heck of a lot of time. Yep, he's 1.2 seconds down. That is all she wrote for Little Sparks, I feel. And that's all she wrote for Q2. It's going to be Breezy taking the top spot in Q2, followed by our current championship leader, Muddy Biscuit. But the 5 to leave us is RPIM One Shot, FFR Milan, Little Sparks, JJ Hudson in the Red Bull, and one driver not set a time, Sync Saiju in the Haas.
I must say, pretty close at the top of the table.
Yeah, looks good that. Four drivers on a 33.8. All within
300s.
basically 400s, 300s of each other, yeah.
Grand for
Take that.
Grand for a very interesting Q3, especially if there's rain on the way.
Who's your money on Easton then for pole?
I need to back BF1 to be fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Muddy. I'm gonna go with Muddy Biscuit for pole. Let us know in the chat who you think's going to take pole. 4 drivers advance through Q2 on a 33.8 lap time. Michael on a 33.9 and then a few more on 34.0. So we could have a hell of a fight on our hands here for that P1 position, which is very vital at this track as well because turn 1 is a heck of a tight corner.
Can I get
Look
someone
at
in?
that. Look at that, by the way. Top
Oh.
10. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, let's get One Shot in. He's gone out in P11. Let's try and get One Shot in for a quick 2-minute interview. But look at that. You had to be within 3 tenths to go through in that session.
Look who it is.
One Shot's joined us, I think, in the booth. If you can do us a favour, One Shot, and make sure that your audio is included. We'll take a quick run through Q2 with you and see thoughts and feelings starting P11. If you've included your audio, have you?
I've included, yeah.
Perfect, mate. Yeah, welcome aboard. P11 then for the start of the race on a 34.2 lap time. You did a 34 flat in Q1, so you must be a little bit disappointed to go out.
Yeah, a bit disappointed, obviously. I had a 33 in me, but obviously the alternate strategy, can't complain. So I'm on a low, but then on a high, some would say as well.
True, you are the highest starting driver who has a free tyre choice. Everybody else in front of you going through on the soft tyre. Do you have a strategy plan, or what are you thinking heading now into the race? What are your thoughts on strategy and what's your plan?
Well, I feel like I can make the strategy that I want to do, which is classified information, work. Now
like it.
that I am in P11, obviously a bit of research going into the race, so hopefully I can perfect my strategy.
The key thing heading into the race is turn 1. It's a tight turn 1 here. Are you just planning to stay out of the trouble, or have you got to make positions up early sort of mindset?
Obviously I like to have them at win. So yeah, obviously all guns blazing really from the start.
Well, that could work out a treat for you on that alternate strategy. Easton, anything to add, Easton?
What was the other by any chance?
Classified information.
That means it was okay.
We've seen it work before. Easton himself taking the W at Bahrain in F1 on Wednesday night from P11 on that hard soft strategy at Bahrain, which is so over if you make it work. So you never know. One shot could do the exact same thing here. Well, all the best, One Shot, for the race. We'll be keeping a quick eye on you then on that alternate strategy, and good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
As Q3. 10 minutes then. Q3, 10 minutes. I think you get 2 goes at this at Vietnam, if I'm not wrong. It's
Yeah.
going to be your prediction for pole. BF1 race lead us on the charge.
He's also wearing
Showing
blue
good pace
helmet.
in every second.
Sherpa is there.
Yep, the blue helmets. Yeah, that's something I actually forgot to mention. The blue helmets, which you'll see quite a few of those popping around this week, is for our very own Shrimper, who's unfortunately received a bit of bad news this week. But I know we can't do everything for people, but we will do everything we can to represent Shrimper in his fight against what he's going through right now, and to help him in any way, shape or form we can. RSF1 will stand by him as a whole, there is no doubt about that. And to represent that this week, there's going to be plenty of blue helmets flying about on all the grids across all 5 divisions, because we are solidly standing by Shrimper is what I was going to go for there.
Yep, so down the 7-year-long DRS straight. Best overtaking on the track, obviously, because of the size of it. Oh,
It's looked good so far, to be fair.
wasn't potentially the start of it, but that was a nice. Hairpin. Also, that very nicely as well. That's pretty solid, that.
Revving the engine into death in gear 6 there, for the left right. Big lock up, but he'll get it turned in. And it's going to be a 33.6, which is the fastest track. Fastest time we have seen. Fastest track, you know how it rolls. The fastest time we've seen all day. And the next in line is going to be Michael pulled into the pits. I think it's going to be Stygian. Yes, it is. Nice last corner for Stygian. 34.3.
He breathes it. It's
Breezy
invalidated.
is invalidated. Muddy is next. 35.1 must have been a mistake in that. Dan is next.
Lukey puts up
Oh,
the
I
Dan.
didn't even catch Lukey. Lukey 33.7. Dan 34 flat.
Magic
Mark is going to be a 33.9.
Sleep. 34 flat.
And Slee did a 34 flat. And that's all she wrote now for a little bit until Josh, who's on the mediums again. I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd time I've seen him on those mediums in this qualifying.
No, hang on. I've done that before as well. You just want to save a fresh set of for the race sometimes.
Hey, I've got no issue with that. I've got no issue with it.
Neither. I didn't think you did either. I'm just saying, it's a good little thing just to save a set of softs.
Yeah, especially with well, let's be realistic. Oh, he's invalidated just there. But you do normally see a safety car at such a tight track like this, so it's always nice to have a pair of softs in the back pocket, as it were. Is Breezy going again? I think he is. I've got him down as fastest middle sector, but who knows how true that is. It could very well be true, as he set the fastest time of Q2. Squeeze everything out of these softs after they die. Or before they die even. It's not his best lap, however, it is still a 33.671, the exact same time.
Hey, I got to this time.
You got your wish this time. We see the exact same time set by Breezy and BF1 Racer.
Stygian also done another lap and popped himself into P4 with a 33.9 as well. 2 milliseconds quicker than Mark.
Oh, this is going to be tight on these final runs. As I think that's Breezy. Has Stygian run out of fuel?
Yeah, just about.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he's off skid. He is shortly going to run out of fuel then. I think that's where all the warnings are going to be picked up, isn't it? Where Stygian just flew through there.
Yeah.
The right-left chicane. I can't see him being picked up anywhere else, really.
Maybe just after the first roundabout as well. Could be over
Yeah,
that curve.
true, yeah, over the inside curve there, that is a possibility. as all the cars are now in the pits, apart from Stygian and Breezy, who went on to set 2 laps on their first run. 5 minutes remaining in Q3. It's going to be 1 run each now for the battle for pole.
Breezy's now run out
Top
of fuel
5
as well.
33s, and Breezy has run out of fuel. Muddy will definitely be wanting to improve his position. He did a 33.8 in the last session, so he'll want to try and at least match that time, if not beat it. As everybody tries to be the last man out when the most rubber is on the track. Breezy reaches the pit lane.
Woo! Alpha's out first. Is that going to be Jay Slate? It's going to be Jay Slate first for the final run. Or I might be going for the 2 runs actually. 1 back to back.
Yeah, he could be thinking about 2 laps. As the Sleemeister takes us out on track for 1 final time in qualifying for himself. Alfa Romeo, the reigning overall Constructors champions, and currently looking good in F2. In fact, on the Constructors, Easton, I'm not too sure on the Constructors. Do you want to run us through them real quick?
What constructors the F2?
F2?
I don't have them.
Yeah. Do you not? Have we not got them?
I'll have a
Oh,
look.
that's true. Are they not in the chat?
Maybe in the club chat. They are, yes, I've got them. So quickly run through the constructor standings of F2. It's currently a 2-horse race at the minute, but it's still early doors. It's Racing Point on 52 points, to McLaren on 50 points. Pretty close there. Then in the place is your team, Haas, leading a little train, would say, on a little battle of Ferrari. They're on 26 points, followed by AlphaTauri on 22 points, followed by Alfa Romeo. We're in 7th on 18 points, and then we have a little other battle towards the end. It's Red Bull 7th on 4 points, followed by Mercedes who are on 2 points, followed by Williams who are 1 point, and then Renault who have got a donut at the minute.
I'd love a donut right now, but not next to my name on the standings, that is for sure. Slee is the first man to start his last flying lap. He's going to get a nice little tow here, I think. No, he's not. I tell a lie. There's cars behind him. But we'll ride with him. Hopefully he can push himself inside the 33s.
See, not that
Haas
either.
the Haas in P3. Yeah, he is as well. He's flicking that ERS on and off.
Struggling to do that.
You are on pad though, aren't you? So I can imagine it is a bit of a struggle to turn and also press the D-pad at the same time.
It's not.
Whereas
it's,
on the wheel, it's not so
no,
bad.
that's not the issue. It's just sometimes I just forget to turn it back on.
Yeah. It can be I mean, to be fair, most tracks in qualifying, you don't particularly need to change it.
He's hit the
But
wall.
there are some... Yeah, he did clip the inside wall there, but I think he got away with it. He did. There are some tracks where you do derate quite early. Vietnam is one of those. You can derate round about now if you've had it running the whole lap.
So,
So he's going to pull to the line. It's not going to be faster, so is he going to go again?
yes,
I don't think he is, you know, mate.
it's backed off.
Well, his ERS is going up tremendously. But we'll see who's next. I think it's
Muddy.
going to be... Well, that's an outlap. It's going to be Muddy, isn't it?
Muddy's
Yeah.
4 tenths up. I think they may be more tires used at the start of the session. Or big mistake.
Still, 4 tenths up is only 34.7. He'll want to be a lot higher than that. There's Josh pulled over to the right there. That was nice. That's the best I've seen anyone do that turn 22. Now, what's he got? What has he got? Oh, it looks good. It's not bad. It's a 33.9, and that is going to be it unless he goes again, which I think he's going to try.
Michael's on a
Next
lap.
to the line looks like Michael. Yep, yet to set a time. Michael and Josh, the two Honda-powered beasts in this field. Michael set 33.9 in Q2. Can he go on to beat that here? He'll hope so, but it doesn't look like it. No, it's going to be a 34.3.
Going to be an Alf. Breezy's backed off.
Breezy's in the pits. Breezy is in the pits, so there will not be a time set for Breezy. It's going to be Jace Lee again next.
He's not on a lap. What about Lukey?
He's not
Lukey's
on a
2
lap.
tenths
He's
up.
1.6 up. Lukey is next. 2 tenths up. This could be pole for Lukey if he gets his final sector right. He doesn't have to worry about Breezy anymore. Towards the final corner. On the power.
Whoa!
Lukey! Lukey!
Think about it. Yeah, 5 tenths up.
BF1!
Ah!
He's done it! He's done a 32.9! Stidgy next to the line. I think he's a little bit up on his time though. Oh, he goes a touch faster.
Mark's 2 tenths up.
Derating, but can he get on the power nice and early? This is it. What can Mark do? It's a 33.673. He misses out on
Money's in the
P3.
pits. What about
Money
Josh?
into the pits. Just Josh left. Last corner. Josh sets at 34.2 and jumps Michael into P9.
Well,
What a... Those 2 laps by BF1 and Lukey.
that's insane. Is it kind of bad how
Great
both
laps.
those times are quicker than mine? Is it bad how that's
Quicker than your what? TT?
No, it's not. My DT's like quite quick. It's online. I can't get a grip.
Alright.
I think my TT's
Jesus,
a
they are 2
32
good laps. I mean,
or something.
we thought we were in for a tight battle for pole, and we were. Just not between the amount of people we were expecting. It's ended up being just under 1.5 seconds the difference between P1 and P10. BF1 racer pulls a 32.9 out of the bag, 9 tenths quicker than any lap he'd set previously. And Lukey sets a 33 flat. But that's your top 10. BF1 racer, Lukey, Breezy, Magic Mark, Stygian, Muddy Biscuit, Dangerous Dan, Jace Lee, Josh SO4 and RF1S Michael rounds up the top 10. That was a hell of a session in the end. A hell of a session. But this is where it all counts. The race. I haven't had a weather update actually, so I don't know if there's any rain around or anything. It looks sort of dry, to be honest. It doesn't look like I'm going to get too much clouds, but you never know. You never know. Go on then. After seeing that, Easton, give me your top 3 in order as well. I like it in order, bit of fashion.
I think it's going to be BF1 again. I think he'll just walk away with it. Not walk, well, him and Luke will have a close battle. And then I'll have to say Lucky probably P2. And then no, I'm going to throw Dangerous Dan in there for P3.
Dangerous Dan, the previous season F3 champion, if I'm not wrong, beating RS Toto Wolf to the title in that division. Stepped up to F2, and he's already making Q3 appearances. He's got to be happy with that, and if he can get himself on the podium, that is a big plus for Dangerous Dan in his first season in F2. Well, I think I'm going to go for Lukey, and then I'm going to go for Muddy, and I'm going to say that Magic Mark finishes P3. I've got Ben to spin. That's what I've got. I might be wrong, but I've got Ben to spin.
Interesting stuff.
I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to see a very, very tight battle between those two at the front. But
What? She's a massive DRS stream.
the thing that F1 is most known for.
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone in the chat. How many safety cars are there going to be? I'm going to go for 1, and I'm going to go for very early on. A spinner at turn 2, and someone pile drives into the side of him. That's going to be my guess there.
I'm putting my money on either one shot or Sergio's going to crash.
I've got one shot to do quite well on the alternate strategy. However, he didn't do so well last time out, so you never know.
Yeah, we won't speak of last.
Did had an interesting bar rating, to say the least. But he might be looking to right his wrongs here at Hanoi. Barry reckons three safety cars. If there's three, there will definitely be a mix-up in the field, that is for sure, with the different strategies and everything flying around in 3 safety cars.
It will be interesting to see what strategy everyone goes for, to be fair.
The hard soft is possible, proven by... I don't know if anyone watched the... Oh, Lukey's ready up. I didn't think Lukey was the host. Is Lukey the host?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Michael. Either way, we're on the way. The show is going to be on the road. The best strategy, in my opinion, is the hard soft or the soft hard. You can do a 2-stop, but I don't know if you ever caught a glimpse of the SRC race here this season. The hard soft hard runners were the ones that very much came out on top. Kowalski winning this race, I think.
No, it was Jake who
Maybe
won this
P2.
first one.
Yeah. Kowalski P2 from the back of the grid, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
On the hard to soft.
It'll be interesting purely because last season there was 2 stops all over the shop, and that
Yes, that's true.
was the better strategy as well. As I got second from doing that 2-stop formation lap now.
Yeah, you know the score, Easton, as it shows you what the game thinks the predicted pit stop strategy will be. Both 2 stops, hard soft, or medium soft. But Easton, I will hand over to you as you can take us through the grid from back to front. I'm guessing that's
Yep.
the way I'm working.
So in P17,
All yours.
we have ARS Caesar MX and the Racing Point former F1 driver making his debut tonight. Hopefully, he can have a good showing. P16 started 151515, and the Mercedes on the soft compound tyres. And P15 we have 600 and the NASCAR on the medium compound tyres. And P14 we have JJ Hudson 11 in the Red Bull car on the soft tyres. P13 we have Lalo Spark to another first of the AlphaTauris. He lines up P13 on softs. P12 for Milan. He's up in the Ferrari on the medium tyres. Then we have Captain Benning Q1. Triple X1 shot on the Williams on the medium compound tyres. Doing that alternate strategy, it'll be interesting to see what he does. In the top 10. P10 RF1S Michael and the Red Bull on the soft tyres. And P9 we have Josh Season 4 reserved for the run this week. He now in the soft P8 just 94 Alfa Romeo on the soft tyres. P7 dangerous and 1-2 and the Mercedes on the soft tyres. Then we have All McLaren third row of Muddy Biscuit 148 and the McLaren on the softs and P6, followed by his teammates Stitching and the other McLaren on the softs at 5th, followed by Ecto, Mr. Magic Mark and the... I'm not going to say that,
I like that.
the Williams
I like that.
on the softs, P3 Breezy 7272 and the Renault soft tyres. We have our top 2 Lucky 1210 and the Racing Point on the softs, and BF1 Racer lines up on pole position in Alfa Romeo.
Thank you very much, Easton. And yeah, you said it yourself. They are the 17 lining up for 28 laps of the Hanoi Street Circuit here in Vietnam. BF1 Racer will lead the way off pole position. Can he get the launch he needs? 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are off. And we are racing in Hanoi. Turn 1 really tight. Is anyone going to go?
Oh, look, he's up there.
Lukey looks for the move, but he's gone deep.
Sorting on now.
BF1 Racer will hold the lead, and it looks like Breezy's going to go for on the outside. Can he hold it there? He can. Breezy's through. Will Lukey squeeze? Oh!
The Magic Mark getting more. Now Stitching moves up in the 4th. And he's on the back of these pair.
Magic Mark.
Oh, back on
He's late on the brakes. Can he hold it? He can. That is a nice move there from Magic Mark. I don't know if Lukey picked up damage. He didn't.
Oh, isn't that the top?
I didn't see. Oh, we've got a spinner. We've got to spin it. I think it's Sync Size-U.
It
It
is.
is Sync Size-U.
Oh, that's the wall.
She's got wing damage, and she's got even further wing damage. And it's
Oh,
colliding,
look, he's
spinning
getting
back
past by
round.
BJ now, down the inside. Yes, moved. Oh, Sturgeon.
Lukey needs to hold that P2.
Sturgeon get damage from that. And look, he looks so good.
Yeah, he looks good.
Jordan's going at it now for
Josh
P9.
and Slee. Is Slee going to try and hold it into here? He is. He could get tied on the exit.
Oh, back it, what are you?
Oh, not through here. Not through here.
That's over.
Josh does the right thing and he backs out.
We'll be off into the distance already.
Yeah, Lukey really needs to hold that P2 and get his head wise. The F1 racer could be clearing off here. I'm surprised Lukey got away without hitting the wall at turn 3.
One Sean Sparks going at it in the last corner. There's double C right side. Storage.
This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Little Sparks will be inside. He's going to go very deep. Oh, One Shot's made contact with him.
Oh, and Sturgeon's went round as well.
And One Shot's got damage. And Sparks has not got damage. And Sturridge has got damage. That has not gone well for those boys. And we'll let the timing screen sort themselves out. But as it stands, BF1 Racer is currently in P1. Lukey is already gapping Breezy as well.
And
Oh, the two McLarens could go at it here.
Is it going to be team order possibly?
Well, Muddy is the current championship leader, I think, if I'm not wrong. I am.
You're
not wrong
correct.
on that. He's won both so far, has he not?
Yep, he's won both.
Is he going to let him go? It doesn't look like it.
Oh,
no, he's not.
oh.
Stygian, in fact, he's just going to run into the back of Magic Mark and pick up some wing damage for it.
He also does like to keep behind the process, so...
Yep, I suppose he did let him by in the end. Not quite how he'd have wanted to, but... That pulls Muddy up into the top 5, and Michael having a good, strong showing so far from P10 on the grid, up into P6.
Yeah, if you look, he's at the back of BF1 racer now.
Yeah, I don't think my splits are working correctly.
Stiggin's off in the pits.
Yep, Stygian's into the pits to change his wing. Slee is right on the back of Dan.
So for about
There we go.
the
Splits
DRS
are
spin,
starting.
again the form behind
Yeah,
Breezy.
well, DRS is. We've got a joiner, but it doesn't matter. We're in the race. Shouldn't make too much difference. And they've left.
Then-
Lovely stuff. And yeah, but now DRS is online. We should see plenty of cars now taking advantage of DRS. But Dan's dropped just outside, so could he get swallowed here by Jay Slee? He's not close enough. This straight, Dan's going to have to push to get himself back in the DRS of the car in front, which I think he has done. Just about, yeah, he has.
Look, he got straight onto the RS as well. He's burned up most of it already.
Oh, yeah, he's used a hell of a lot of it.
So what if I was looking, I'd just sit behind and use the DRS to save the RS on back up. Because he's comfortably ahead of
Those two
Breezy.
boys are probably, unless they get into a big old scrap, those two boys are going to start to take away at the front. Breezy's the man heading the DRS train, so he won't have DRS. He's definitely viable to an attack or two right now as he's sat at the front of the train. As Brundle is just about inside DRS range.
Some say it's better just to be about 8/10 minutes just in case there's like a crash in front and you can avoid it, you have one to react instead of right. And the penalty number one.
Yeah, I was about to say, Brundle went a bit too close to the inside there and he's picked up a penalty for it. Obviously, as we're all well aware, it's 3 warnings that makes a penalty in this game, and that'll have been his 3rd warning in 3 laps, unfortunately, for Brundle.
They're all comfortable in DRS, these lots, so it's a train for Breeze, 3rd down to Hudson and 10th.
Luke is right on the edge of DRS. He wants to make sure he can stick with them well inside that. Muddy Biscuit. He's closing. I reckon he's going to look for a move on the next straight if he can keep this close through this sector. We'll have a quick watch of him. It's all about the drive out of here. This is such an
Breezy wobble.
crucial corner.
Breezy's got a wobble.
Magic Mark's going to be right on the back of him.
This could get interesting, because now Muddy is going to pick up a double toe here. He's turned his DRS.
Mark's not putting.
Oh,
Oh,
he's-
whoa! He's
got-
left.
Here comes the eye.
Do you want to invite him
Yeah,
back
I've got him,
real
I've got
quick if you can? You've got him. Good lad. Well, Muddy's going to move up to P4 in that little sequence that we saw there. And probably whilst we're at it, Brundle's going to drive straight on through into P5. And Mark will be absolutely gutted by this. As Dan also moves on by. But the gap at the front is ever extending for the top two. Lukey and BF1 Racer have currently extended the gap to around 2.7 seconds. Well, holding at 2.6-ish now. But currently they're just putting the times in.
Oh, yellow flag side just went round
Gaining the
again.
gap. Yeah, it's the same corner as well, and it's major wing damage on the front left for Saiju. She has not had a race crew member so far in that Haas. Magic Mark's back for that Easton.
No problem.
Luke is flirting with the DRS range in the first sector. Big time.
Yeah, it's quite hard that first sector, to be fair, with the roundabout.
It is 100%. It
Very
is hard
easy
to
to
follow
lose
people
traction.
through there as well with the dirty air.
Yeah, you can easily.
Muddy's going to be right on the back of Breezy if he can keep this sector nice and clean.
Some,
Interestingly, Muddy doesn't use any curve on the second, on the left-hand
Oh,
chicane.
Breezy's on that cup again.
Oh, it's Saiju, is it? The yellow flag's going slowly through the last sector. I think this is going to be a chance for Muddy
Yeah.
with DRS.
it's going to get him. No, right to take it out of sight.
Into the top three from Muddy Biscuit if he can hold it.
He does.
Breezy will not have any defence to that into this hairpin.
Somehow Muddy is kept inconsistent. It's not picked up a single
Yep, not wrong.
time penalty since season 2 of First F1.
Which is a hell of a record for some of the tracks that we race
Yeah.
on at this game.
Mexico,
Exactly.
Russia as well is one.
Mexico, Russia. Not easy. Not
Especially
easy to
Canada
do
as
that.
well.
Hats off. Yeah, and Canada. Good. Well, yeah.
Saju's about to get lapped, which is a bit of an L.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's in the pits for the second time already. As the front runners blast down towards turn one once again.
Yeah, she just gets
Again,
in
it
front.
just seems to be this first sector that BF1 Racer has the overall speed over Luke.
Yeah, look how much
However,
he
that
is.
time round,
Look what he's got now, just sitting behind saving it all up.
yeah, he's just sat behind him, saved it, hasn't he?
Last time we looked at that, it was about 50%. It was
Yeah, it's
60.
hard. Yeah, he was low on the ERS. Buddy's going to try and make a little bit of a break. He's going to struggle with the DRS train behind him, but in fact, he might have just done it. Where's the activation point? If he can get a good drive here,
He's done
Buddy
it.
will have broke DRS in a lap, which he has done. Now Breezy is in trouble.
Or it could be seen possibly a three-white moment here. Can use the overtake, doesn't look like it. But here
Michael's
comes
gonna-
Mike.
Brundle is going to have a hell of a go.
Oh, he's
Takes to the inside. Breezy's going to try and hold it. There's not going to be any room on the outside there.
pulled on the door. Here comes Dan. Dan gets past as well.
Dan's going to cut back. Breezy's having a bit of a nightmare of a first stint right now.
I'll be back in a minute.
No worries, mate. Muddy is now the man in the front that's going to try and take the charge to catch Lukey and BF1 Racer. He's got a hell of a task on his hands. As we watch Dan following Brundle through the S section. In fact, someone just hit the pits there. Brundle's hit the pits there. Interesting early pit stop for Brundle. Thinking of a different strategy. As that pushes everybody up a spot. Will Mark catch him? He definitely will. In fact, most of the grid are going to pass him in the end. Try and catch. Can Lukey try and catch Ben enough to make a move? He's definitely closing in on him. In fact, he's now right on the back of him. I'm not quite sure what was going off there. It looks a bit like a little bit of weaving from Ben. It's pulled Lukey right up towards the back end of him. Is Lukey going to try and go for a move down here? They're both draining DRS. Could Lukey be close enough with the DRS? I think he could get close enough here. This is going to be very tight? No, there's just too much ERS being dumped by Ben. And Lukey just says, I'll sit behind you again.
Double lockup.
As Slee gets past Breezy. Breezy is struggling really
Oh,
hard.
Josh gave him a little punt, and he's getting wing damage as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he's
got
only
wing
up
damage,
against
but he's
the
still
wall.
going to try and get past Breezy. It ain't going to happen into there. Breezy just shuts the door on him on exit.
I just realised Mike also went for the undercut. What are these top two going to do?
Yeah, he
Oh,
went early to the pitch, so I do wonder what
Muddy's
his
in,
plan's going to be.
Dan's in, Slee's in.
Muddy is in, Dan is in, Slee
She's
is in. I would imagine Josh hits the pitch with the damage, he does. The front two stick out. Is Lukey going to go for an undercut? Well, I doubt it, because they're probably both going to pit this lap now.
Safe to say, it's a bit of a part in the pit lane.
Yep, four cars hit the pit lane very close together. I wonder if anyone will get the jump. Oh, Lukey running. Oh, that's a big kick out for Lukey.
He's made bet.
However,
Most of
Lukey
his
now has
DRS.
the significant ERS advantage.
Really both the Jazz were. Oh, stay on the Hearts. He'll be one to watch.
Quick look at what's being fitted now. Well, we've not got many
Oh,
soft runners left. But
Muddy's been jumped
one shot.
as well.
Muddy has been jumped by Rundle.
And then Dan's closed up as well through this. So imagine Muddy was held in the pits. But back to the leaders.
Good Lukey. Oh, he's more than happy to sit behind
A
him.
double
Oh,
lock
big
up
lock
again.
from Ben. Is Muddy going to have a go down this straight? I think he definitely is.
Milan
I
gets
think this is going to be
past.
yellow flag. No, that's just Saiju letting the leaders go.
Muddy gets past now. He'll get back
Muddy
to
gets
the
past.
shot.
This has been a hell of a race so far in the like sort of the best of the rest right now. But this
BF
undercut,
comes
you never know how much time they could gain. And Lukey's gone long. Lukey says, I can go faster than we've been going. I'm going to do another lap. But BF1 is in.
Breezy's off spin.
And so's Hudson for good matter. And then that promotes Milan and Zizou, who started on the mediums, I think, right up towards the top.
BF1 onto the hard tyre as well. He gets held by the hat as well. Saiju. So where will he be compared to Muddy and Michael?
Muddy is entering turn one now, but the pit exit allows you to get a lot faster exit, and he's out in front of him. And the gap's sort of relatively the same. They've gained maybe 2 or 3 tenths, but because of the battle that Muddy and Michael had,
Breezy, Josh got in front of Slee, all put hard tyres. Now Hudson and 10th is going to be
Slee
the
have a go here. Could Slee have a go here? Has he got it? He's going to go to the outside. Can he do him on the brakes?
He does.
He can. Very nice move by Jay Slee.
Josh said she'd win at it. Oh, Josh.
Oh. Just cut Stidgen up big time. Oh my goodness. Stidgen's going to try and
he's
hold it.
cool.
But now it's going to switch sides. That was very nice through there.
Michael gets
Two.
overtaken by
And
Dan.
dangerous. Dan passes Brundle.
Now here comes
Dan wants
Breezy.
to put in the work. Oh, Michael going on the dive bomb.
Is he stamping dealt on?
Luke, he picks up a penalty for multiple warnings. But then again, he's entered the pits. So I wonder if that's giving him a penalty for entering the pit lane.
That's the thing, but I believe in the rule book it says no concession for 3 second time penalties at all.
And that will be a real shame. But where is Ben going to come out then on the fresh hards compared to Lukey?
Looking on the hards now as well.
Ben's going to jump him by a country mile here, I think.
It's going to be close. No, I think he'll have him.
Then again, the exit, the pit exit, can he get the power down?
Upside's called down.
Saiju.
Oh, look, he just gets out in front of Muddy.
Yeah, Lukey only just does Muddy. And Muddy will have DRS here, I think. He will.
Yeah.
Is he going to try and have a go whilst Lukey's tyres are cold?
What I would do if I was looking, let Muddy past, and then he can close up to BF1 and whilst he's stuck in traffic behind the 2 medium tyre runners.
Luke is struggling. He's struggling. I think he'll have a hell of a chance here
Yep.
to take the net P2 in this race. People just starting to branch out a bit. Dan's now 1.5 back and Brundle's a further 1.2 back. But Lukey's used all... Muddy and Lukey have got no ERS left. Is Muddy going to go for it? He's not. He's going to sit behind him. Try and look for a little switch back
Oh,
out of power
BF1's
early,
been,
but...
so they've had a bit of a wobbling exit there, which has dropped them out of
Yeah,
DRS.
it's forever closing the gap back up to Lukey
Oh.
and Muddy.
Hudson gets past Breezy further down the field now, as well, making use of those medium tyres, getting to his hard tyre runners as quick as possible.
Yeah. Slee's the next man up for him. No DRS for Slee, so if Hudson can get nice and tight into him, he could try and make the move happen. As Muddy is still... Oh, Lukey's nearly back. In fact, Lukey is back in DRS of the leader. Well, net race leader.
Does BF1 get damaged by any chance? Does it look like he was struggling for those last couple of corners?
He hasn't, no. It looked well. He might have very light green, but he's not lost an end plate, so... There's
Oh, where's he
nothing to
off
report there,
to?
but he's wide there. He's very wide there.
So he got
I know
these
you
ones
can
like...
sort of use that, but he's still got the DRS, which will sort of annoy Lukey and Muddy because they're going to get nice and tight. But Hudson is already right on the back of Slee. And Stygian to Josh, actually. Could Stygian have a look with DRS down here? He's not going to be close enough this time around. Back to Hudson. If Hudson can get the right drive around the roundabout. He's not going to be
Ziza.
close enough, I don't think,
Here comes Ziza for the lead.
for the lead of the race.
Great move.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice
those
move,
rear
make
tyres.
it work. Milan's going to have to cut back. Is Milan nearly hitting BF1?
Here comes Luke now. Big
Lukey could be close.
BF1 goes
There's
defensive.
no move into there, though.
And now we've got a DRS train. So this is not going to
And
help.
now we do have a DRS train.
This is not going to help these hard time runners at all.
I think we might see... Oh, Mark has just dropped.
Milan's
He's
in the
right on the
pits.
back of Sparks. As Milan enters the pits. Oh, has Mark just picked up damage? No, he got away with that. VF1 Racers just outside of DRS right now. So Lukey could be... Oh, Lukey nearly runs into the back of him.
It's within this train now. Ziza's pulled out of DRS as well.
Now this is Lukey's chance to take the net lead of the race. If he can... If Ben stays outside of Zizou's DRS.
He's using all these overtakes, same with 4K. Muddy's got the most. Never mind, Ziza has half a battery still.
Yeah, Ben's right back on the back of him now.
He's used all his DRS again. Both all
This train
times.
is forming now. Dan is right on the back of this train.
He's BF1's totally out of DRS.
Oh, and he's double locking up. He's struggling into that left hander. Him and Lukey have been struggling into that left hander all race.
Milan gets past Little
A
Sparks.
little further down, Milan is going to be the fastest man on track right now on the
Oh,
next stop.
BF1's went very deep. Here comes Lucky. Backs out of it. Smart decision.
Oh, he backed out. It's probably the smarter decision.
I mean, it'd be a headline good, making them through the S section.
Yeah, that will be naming the name on the headlines of the newspapers tomorrow morning if you make a move there. But again, that means Ben has dropped outside of DRS. Oh, and did he clip the wall? I think he'll have got away with that. He did get away with it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the hards around here, to be fair with you. So that's, it doesn't look like he is as well. He's struggling.
Yeah, he does look like he's struggling. He's going to be outside of DRS here as well, actually. So if Lukey can get the drive, he's going to try and use the overtake. BF1 has got none to use. Is he going to get close enough for a move? He backs out again.
He's playing the long game. The BF1 back in DRS range.
I
Zizu,
think Lukey knows from the first stint that he can sit behind him and save ERS.
Zizu's got the advantage here just because he's got a full battery. Or half a battery, sorry.
Yeah, but Zizou also knows that his fight was with FFR Milan, and as things stand, Milan will have jumped him by a good country mile, probably.
Yeah, oh!
Oh, Ben! He's run right to the back of him.
That's huge damage.
He's going to have major damage.
Yeah, huge damage.
Yeah, he's got major left side damage.
And then look, he's going for the move. And look, he'll take the net lead now.
And Lukey's probably going to gain a second just through this section.
Yeah, because Muddy and Dan will be stuck behind.
Yeah, they ain't going to get past him. Muddy's going to have a love, but he's just not
Look
going to
at
get past
Dan.
him.
Look at Dan, he's all over him. So BF1
And in goes BF1.
just
I
gets
was
it
wrong
slowed
on the
down.
spinning, but he's picked up huge damage.
So, I tell you what, that could be an outsider for this win, because the softs are like a bit like bad in the end, they're overpowered.
Yeah, but he's gonna depends how many stops he's
He's
gonna
gonna
have
need to
on,
fit
or what
down.
his strategy is here. Well,
I mean, I
Milan
think it'll
sets
be
the
done
fastest lap.
soft. Looks like a bit soft. And now look, he's got
Well, he did 10
second.
laps on the mediums, which would mean he'd have to sort of do like 9 laps on each set of softs.
He should be able to do that.
Well, we'll find out as the race goes on. But Luke is starting to gap Muddy, and that is going to leave Dan with DRS and half a battery to have a go at Muddy Biscuit. This is going to be his first opportunity. He's rinsing the overtake, but both drivers are. Now he's going to have DRS from here.
So early deploy it. No, he's just slow now.
Really deploy the battery.
He's getting over
He's going to
speed.
try and get. He's going to have a go. He's going to have a go around the outside.
Michael gets past
Muddy's
his
going to
as
hold the
well.
inside, but Dan's not stopping. Dan says, "I'm having this outside line."
Which will turn in the inside for the next
It's going to
corner.
be the inside for the next corner, and he's going to have to back out of that Muddy. That's going to be all Dan's. Nice move.
Yeah, well,
And Zizou, who's still out there, he's now in P5, and I think Zizou should probably say goodbye to the mediums, and he'll definitely be able to do a soft from here, surely.
yeah. He's staying out.
But he's carrying on. He's carrying on. I suppose if you can stick in this DRS train, it's not a bad thing, but Lukey is starting to pull a gap.
Yeah.
But can Dan be the one to shut that gap down? Can he shut that gap down? He's carved a 10th. Oh, and BF1 Racer picks up a penalty as well, and he's retired.
It's called down 8.
He's gone into the pits and he's retired. And then that's all she wrote for your pole sitter. And Double reckons that Lukey could finish the race on these tyres.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with him.
Something that would spice it up right now is a safety car. Safety car would
Yeah,
spice
big
it.
time, yeah. But there isn't much battery left on that racing point of Lukey. But then again, there isn't much battery left on Dan either. Brundle has got the RS, but he's not got much battery, so he's just sort of fell outside the range down that straight. Zizou still... I wonder if Zizou's trying to get so far and do a medium soft here, mate.
That wouldn't surprise me because I don't think it's worth putting the hards on now.
Like I say, if you can stick to the DRS train, then I suppose he's not doing bad pace. But that means he needs Brundle to catch up to Muddy. And he is staying out, so he's going to be on at least lap 16.
And back in the RS range along with Muddy. Dan's used a bit more overtake this lap.
Oh, Lukey's a bit deep. That's going to give Dan a chance if he can get onto this straight cleanly. Which he can, but I'm not sure he's going to be close enough for a move on this straight. However, Lukey's using his battery and Dan is not. So Dan could have a definite opportunity on the next straight. Muddy Biscuits sticking within the DRS as well. These top three now can start putting in some consistent lap times. But those two boys that are going to have to stop again will want to get past Lukey as quick as possible.
But Dan's just going to use his DRS when he gets to the DRS.
To the line, you'd
Yeah.
think.
He's not
He's
using
only got 8% left, so...
He has some mega straight line speed on that cargo.
Yeah, whatever wings this man is running, he's got some mega overspeed when he gets tucked in behind with the DRS open.
Hudson gets past Zizu. Milan gets past
And Milan
Breezy.
passes Breezy, does he? He's gone for the outside. Yep, he's made that work. The better traction on the new soft tyres.
So I tell you what, Slay's looking quite nice here.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. I literally just jumped on board with him and thought, Slee's in a good position as Zizou hits the pits. Can he do 12 laps?
Oh,
on
he's
the
got
softs?
pen.
We're about to find out.
He's got pen
he's
as
picked
well.
up a 5-second pen.
Oh
Two Red Bulls in the top 5 currently. P4 and 5, Brundle and Hudson, and Zizou has yet to fit his new tyre, and he has gone to the softs. So I would imagine he is definitely trying to go to the end now.
no. Yep.
I can't see what else it would have been worth going that long on the medium for.
Yeah, I think Dan's setting himself up for his last stint now, to be fair. Just going to save up the fuel on the RS.
Yeah, he can do that, but I think they're then admitting defeat to Lukey, to be honest, aren't they?
I'd support they could be.
I'm not sure what the pit stop time is here, but I can't think they'd make that up.
Well, to be fair, look here on Milan, he was a pit stop behind these guys, now he's only roughly on Bango's still leading him. And he's only 8
Dan's going to
seconds
take the
behind.
lead with the DRS. And Lukey probably won't mind that if he's just going to get dragged along.
Yeah, that's
Make
what
up some
he's
time
done.
for him on this stint.
But he just set himself up for the last stint by the looks of things.
Slee's now in DRS of Hudson on the hard tyre. Someone's hit the pits there, and it's Brundle. Brundle has hit the pits. First to blink, going to try and get an overcut and get himself back into DRS range of the boys in front for the last stint.
Oh, I'm starting bored with it. Is that the softs he's putting on? He's putting another set of mediums on.
So Brundle has gone soft, medium, medium. His Magic Mark has also pitted and he's taken the soft tyres. I'm intrigued as to when Milan will make his final stop and as to where he'll come out after this stint on the softs. Luke is going to be right on the back of Dan here, I think. Dan looks to get a little bit of a better drive. And Luke is probably actually thinking, I'll just save my ERS now. Dan can drag me along.
Yeah.
Save a bit of ERS, because Muddy's now up to 40% and Dan is struggling. I wonder when those boys are going to hit the pits. Dan and Muddy and Hudson, when are they going to blink? When is the right time? And I mean, they'll probably be aiming for the softs, don't you think?
Yeah. There's no point going on another set of mediums. In my eyes.
We'll find out with Dan what his plan is. He's continuing
Muddy's
on,
in.
and Muddy is not. Muddy's going to go for the undercut.
He had the younger tyres as well.
Yeah, which is interesting, but I think, well, based on the fact that they did like 9 laps on the softs to start with, I think that they were obviously qualifying tyres as well. This should be sound to do 10
Yeah,
laps.
Muddy's in for softs. And I imagine Little Sparks will be doing the same.
Well, that promotes Jay Sleen to P4, and 2 people in front of him have got to pit. He's sort of net P2 right now.
Yep.
driving a solid race.
Yeah, he's on the back of Hudson with about half a battery as well, so Sleet's in a very good position. Muddy came out in front of...
Lap, and Muddy is P8. He's come out in front of Zizou, 6.5 seconds back from Josh, and currently
It's 19 seconds off the
he's
lead.
19.5 seconds off the lead of the race.
What's it look? Oh, Sleet's going for the move.
Slee's going to do him. Slee's going to do Hudson. Hudson will have no defence into this left-hander, and Slee promotes himself into a podium position.
And I think Dan will get jumped here by Muddy as he's got clean air and he's closed about a second to Josh as well this lap.
Well, we'll find out if Dan's plan is to go in. I mean, I don't think he's got much choice. He's going to have to try and cover off as much of the undercuts as is physically possible.
Yeah, I think.
And to do that, he's going to have to hit the box, and he is hitting the box. So Lukey will retake the lead of the race on lap 19, about to start lap 20. 9 laps left. Lukey is leading. He has a penalty, which could be all important towards the end of this race.
Dan onto softs as well. Hudson will also go onto softs. Yep. I hold
Now,
on.
where's Dan going to come out in terms of Muddy? Dan, where's Dan going to come out? He's going to be miles behind here, isn't he?
He's
Well,
got.
not miles behind because his pit exit's quite
Oh,
quick.
he's going to be side by
He's
side.
going to try and go around the outside.
Zizou showing the door.
Well, he's going to try and make this move happen right here, right now. He knows he's got to. And off he trots up the inside of Zizou. Yet to pit. Oh, Sturridge has retired in the pit lane. I think One Shot's gone into the pits.
He's on the
And he's going to come out dead last by a long way. So currently, the gap at the front, Lukey leads the race by 5.1 seconds with a 3-second time penalty. So Slee's only 2 and a bit seconds off technically leading this race. Milan is still going on this set of softs. I would imagine he's going to box this lap, to be honest.
Yeah.
Breezy is in P4, currently net P3. Josh is still yet to pit and won't get to the end on those mediums, that's for sure.
Wait
So
now.
we've got Josh and Milan yet to pit.
Muddy could still win this race. He's got.
Oh
to,
yeah, 100%, especially with the penalty that Lukey's got.
Yeah, Muddy needs to take about 11 seconds at the last 8 laps. Okay, so that's definitely possible.
He needs to catch and pass Breezy and Slee at the same time. I mean, he's right on. Well, he's within 2 seconds now with Breezy. To give a quick update on the penalties, I know we haven't got any, but we'll have a quick look. It's 3 for Lukey, 5 for Zizou, 6 for Brundle, and 3 for One Shot.
Man, is it in a clear P9?
And I'd like to think he'd be able to catch. Then again, I don't know if he's going to get much further than that, mate, with a 7.5 second gap.
Yeah.
Because Hudson's tyres are also brand new. However, just behind them, it looked like Sparks might have gone for a move on Josh there. He's decided against it.
But he's caught Breezy and Dan not
Yep.
too far behind as well.
This is now is going to be the time when Muddy's going to try and get his move done and leave Breezy between him and Dan. He's not going to get much done through this S section. Which allows Dan to catch right back up. Muddy's probably going to have a look in turn 1, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he'll have to make the move. But it's not going to be close.
He's not going to be close enough. Breezy got a better run.
Yeah, Muddy's losing time behind Breezy. That's
Yeah, he's losing hell of a lot of time.
Oh, Sparks
It's
is
one of the
padding
flag.
on.
It's one of the it's one of the Alpha Towers. It's Sparks. He's no damage though, so he can still fight for that last point position.
Needs to make this
Now
move
we'll
with
see.
Muddy.
Muddy is gonna have to make the move now. He's got no other choice really.
Oh, massive lock up as well.
Dan knows he's gonna have to make the move as well.
Now here comes Dan. Yeah.
Yep. Dan's definitely gonna be fast Breezy. Could get a double toe right up to the back of Muddy as well here, Dan could. In fact, Breezy.
Oh, Dan
And Dan's going to go to the inside. It's tight. The soft should get the better exit.
It will
and I
swap
think
as
it
it.
will.
Oh, Hudson's off to Narnia.
Hudson with Brundle right on the back of him.
Yep, but they're getting 12.9 seconds. He needs to find 9 seconds in the last.
Oh, he needs 9 seconds in the last 6 laps.
He'll need to average about 1.
6 laps left when he crosses the line here. 1.5 seconds a lap, plus that means passing Slee as well.
It's going to be is looking like those.
And also fending off from Dan behind. This will be tight. Come the end, this will be tight. Will that penalty that Luke has picked up come back to haunt him? Is Dan going to stick with him to try and get right up towards the front, or is Dan going to put up a fight here and now?
I suppose Dan could get past it. He could be the lead perfect. Hunt for Lucky.
He could, or he could save his ERS and let Muddy do the hunting, and then just make the move right at the end.
Looks like Dan's going to be the hunter, we'll
But
say.
I think Dan fancies being the lead car. And this is just going to lose him time. I know it's not a lot, but it's going to lose him time.
Okay, Mr. Dangerous Dan, reigning F3 challenge. It's all down to you. What he's going to say.
Breezy's just dropped behind Zizou on those hold hards. Breezy's now starting to struggle. Shows you what the front runners will be thinking. As the gap's down to 11.3. Leader now till the end of the race. Oh, we've got a Williams round. I think it's Magic Mark. It is Mark. He's got bad damage.
I think he might call on it or go for the fastest lap.
Dan's pulling a gap, mate. Dan is pulling a gap, and the gap currently to the leader is 10.7 for Dan. He needs 7 seconds and a little, well, 8 seconds. And his first job will be catching and passing Slee. And Slee's not going to give it up. He is currently net P2. He ain't going to give it up without a fight.
Yeah, that's the nice thing. Slee will lose the podium if he just lets these two go.
Exactly. He can't afford to just let these two go. He has to fight for that position. Currently, he's got a P2 in F2 after being promoted from F3. He does not want to just give that up.
Yeah,
As like I say, Mark calls it a 9.
Yeah, Dan's out DRS.
Bloody fill out DRS.
Dan's on one. He's got 6 seconds.
I mean, Dan has absolutely eaten the battery that he's saved up, but he's trying to drop Muddy. Dan's saying here, this is it. I'm going for the win. This is mine to win.
He's got to find 6 seconds in 4 laps. Yeah.
Well, we're on lap 24, about to start 25,
Yeah.
so there'll be 4 left when he crosses the line.
It's not going to be easy.
So he needs 1.5 a lap, and these softs are going to start to fall off. Slee's going to be his main factor. He just needs to breeze past him, basically.
What's Lucky's battery as well, so if he needs to...
I was going to say, Lukey and Slee have got battery as well.
Can he get DRS? So, no, let's just missed it.
He is, I think, unless... Oh, it was close. No, he's missed it. He's missed it this lap, but he's going to have a go. He'll be close enough on the next straight, you'd imagine.
Yeah, all he needs is a good run over the roundabout.
He knows that Slee's tyres will struggle through here. So if he can get a good run through here, pull it down and get on the power early, this could be his chance, and he needs to take it when he gets it. Slee's got the battery to defend though. What can Dan do? I don't think he's going to do it this lap.
Oh, he's not.
I think he knows he's not as well. He's not using the ERS. This is going to be crucial for the fight for the win.
I'm going to quite literally in 5 now as well, but first Joshua's going to go for now in Milan. 49.
Milan without the DRS is going to end up falling behind Josh, but he'll look to fight back. Reasonably the same condition tyres. This is allowing Muddy to try and catch back up into DRS range, but he's struggling. Muddy looks to be struggling, but then again, he's in. I think he is going to sneak in. And this is... Lukey will be singing Jay Slee's praises right about now. Oh, Dan's been held up. He's still being held up. He needs to get this move done.
Look, he's a
If he stands any chance, he's got... He's going to go for it. Down into the chicane. As Brundle picks up another 3 seconds.
Oh, he's went deep.
So this is it. Dan's got clear of Slee, although Slee could come back with the DRS, and he's going to click the battery on because he's got a hell of a lot of it.
Yeah, look at the speed he's got. He's using all of it.
Dan could be in trouble here. Slee could be fighting. I mean, Slee is fighting for position, so why would you not? Slee's going to have a look. Can Dan outbrake him? Slee's going to go deep. Dan's going to get the cutback. That's probably going to be it for Slee's challenge for P2. But Slee's got money to worry about behind him now.
Dan's got to find 5 seconds in 2 laps. That's 2.5 a lap.
That's difficult. That's going to be far too difficult, I think.
But yeah, especially with an experienced driver like Lukey.
Dan's going to have to drive his socks off to get this one. What will the gap be when Dan crosses the line? It'll tell us what he needs to find in 2 laps. The gap is 8.2. He needs to find 2.1 seconds a lap. And Slee has got a fight on to try and keep that podium position. Muddy's saved quite a bit of battery. Can he? He's not going to have a look down here.
Then Muddy's getting more battery than Slee because Slee drained all of his.
Yeah. Slee will probably be in trouble down this DRS straight, to be honest. Right now, mate, Dan's not really eating into that time. I think the softs are starting to die.
By the looks of it, yeah, so unless Lukey makes a mistake or picks up another penalty, it's looking very likely.
And Muddy's going to drive on by. And Slee is going to drop to P4. I don't think I can't see Slee dropping any further than that though. It's been a heck of a drive from Slee. Now, Dan and Muddy aren't going to catch that gap, but can Muddy catch Dan? That'll be Muddy's only goal right now. Try and catch Dan.
Yes, stitching in one shot fine for the wooden spoon.
Yep, and they're going to give it their all as well. They've both got wing damage, and they're both going to give it their all to see who can come out on top in the battle for last.
Who's got more penalties? That's the question for this. They're both the same.
Oh, they're both the same. It's game on then. Okay, so Dan found about 4 tenths in that lap. He now needs to find five seconds in 1 lap. I can't see that happening. A little bit further down though, Hudson and Zizou are going to go at it. I'm not sure on the penalties there.
Oh, Muddy's made a mistake somewhere, because he's dropped 2 seconds.
I think Dan's just going faster, mate. I honestly do.
It looks like he's giving up, but...
Slee's got his overtake on and got 0% battery. He's not going to get very far with that. But could Hudson, on the very last lap of the race, have a look at Zizou? He's gonna.
Josh gets past Breezy.
He will. And yeah, Josh gets past Breezy on the final lap.
But now going on board with Luki, it's been a great drive. He's nearing enough left. The since BF1 got the damage, he's going to come round the final corner now to win the last ever F2 Vietnam Grand Prix.
He does it. Lukey does it. He picked up a penalty on the night, but he drove fast enough and consistently enough to pick up the win from Dangerous Dan and Muddy Biscuit. Jay Slee comes home in 4th. It's going to be Hudson 5th, Zizou 6th. Rundle's going to cross the line in 7th, but he's got penalties. Josh will jump to 7th, Breezy will jump to 8th, Milan to 9th. And that'll be that. That will be the top 10.
Oh,
Sparks crosses the line.
Sparks nearly got him as well.
One shot from his classified strategy is going to cross the line in P12. And Stigin will be the last man to cross the line in the McLaren. Great race, phenomenal trains right at the start as Zizou picked up the game's driver of the day, which you'll all be able to vote for later on the Twitter channel, RSF1's Twitter. Make sure you stop by there later on to vote for your driver of the day from today's F2 Grand Prix. But there you have it, that's your podium right there. Lukey takes the win in Hanoi, followed by Dangerous Dan, who, showing good pace after being promoted from F3, and P3 is the championship leader, Muddy Biscuit.
He'll definitely be keeping that title as well. I've been leading the championship, but I'll invite the top 3 in now.
Yes, please do, but there you have it. Lukey takes the win, Dangerous Dan P2, Muddy Biscuit P3, Jay Slee for Alfa Romeo P4, great drive from P8 on the grid. Hudson from P14 takes P5 for Red Bull Racing, Zizou P6 from P17, Josh SO4 takes P7, Breezy takes P8, FFR Milan takes P9, P10 is RF1S Michael, doesn't move up or down from where he started on the grid. Those penalties cost him right at the end. Little Sparks takes P11, missing out on the points, unfortunately by 1 position. RPIM one shot takes P12, and the last of the finishers, Stigin takes P13, Magic Mark, Storage, BF1 Racer and Sync Saiju all did not finish.
F.
And whilst we're waiting, I believe, I think everyone's here actually.
No,
we're waiting on one. We're waiting on one.
We're waiting on Mr. Lukey.
We're waiting on our race winner.
Does he show interviews? I can't remember.
You got mate?
I don't know if he actually comes to the post-race interviews. I'm not sure though.
Well, we'll give him a minute. We'll.
I'll send him another invite out.
We'll make send him another invite. We'll make a start. As it goes, I'll do P3 and you do you do P2, and then I'll finish us off. If Lukey joins us, I'll finish us off with P1. But we'll make a start with the championship leader, Muddy Biscuit. Welcome along, Muddy, and congrats on P3. Overall, that was a heck of a tight race. It just looked like Dan had got the pace advantage right at the end, and he made the move and chasing Lukey, but unfortunately you boys couldn't catch him. How'd you find that race overall for you, mate? How'd that go?
Yeah, I think it was quite, like I said, quite a tight race. A lot of people battling. Started in 6th, got past. I think it was Stitching when he had to do a front wing change quite early on. Then and then yeah, pretty steady middle stint. Sort of got stuck behind Lukey on the hard. Who obviously went for the alternate strategy and it worked out for him. And then decided for the second stint, sort of actually covering off Michael for both my pit stops. Had pitted probably one lap earlier than I wanted to normally, and then so I was able to jump down. But obviously then my tyres were slightly more worn. I think him with fresher tyres, the degradation around here is quite bad. So one lap advantage can be quite a lot. So yeah, he pulled away, and then I was on my second warning since about lap 12 for corner cutting, so I had to take it steady. So once I'd passed Jasley on the hards with about 3 laps to go, it was sort of just, I knew I could touch down. Didn't want to risk getting a penalty and losing third, so I sort of just kept it steady, made sure I was in 3 seconds in case Dan got a penalty himself, but he didn't, so I'll take P3. Last week I said I'll take P5 or P6, so definitely P3's definitely something I'll take.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll retain you the overall lead of the Drivers' Championship after 2 phenomenal victories in the first 2 rounds. It looked like at the start that you might be in a battle with Stidgen. Is there early parts of the season, are we not going to see any team orders from the McLaren boys, even though you're currently leading the way?
No, I think at the moment our main aim as a team is to get a good result in the Teams Championship, maybe aim for first in the Constructors, so that'll be our aim. So yeah, there's definitely at the moment no team order. Obviously Stidgen's got very unlucky puncher in race 1 in Australia, had a couple of incidents, not always his fault, in the Bahrain, and obviously today I think he just missed his braking point down at the end of the back straight, or got caught out by a lot of people braking quite early for the hairpin, and yeah, unlikely to get front wing damage. But obviously he's shown quite good, strong pace. I think he was 10th ahead of me in qualified P5, so definitely if he gets his luck back, which hopefully he'll be challenging near the front and help us in the Teams Championship.
Yep, so you never know, there could be 2 championships on the line for yourself and McLaren come the end of the season. A quick one, I imagine after qualifying you were a little bit worried about seeing BF1 Racer clear off into the distance as well as Lukey as well. I think that sort of, and especially the first stint, that sort of 5-second gap helped both Ben and Lukey when they did this alternate strategy come out ahead of the pack. I think if they'd been just in front of us when we'd done the undercut, they would have dropped maybe 5th or 6th, and the one stop wouldn't have really worked for them. So definitely their good qualifying pace, able to start at the front, get a good first stint, stretch out the lead, and then able to avoid the undercut definitely helped Lukey and obviously Ben before he had an incident. Yeah, absolutely. Well, final thoughts. Next week we move on to China, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah,
I think so.
It is China. And thoughts on China? How are you looking to get on there?
I've never really been a fan of the track of China. I think last season I actually came home in 4th place, but I think that was a wet race, so maybe some wet race again next weekend could hopefully spice it up and come in my favour.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all the best, my friend, and congratulations on P3 today for McLaren. And up next, and one for Easton, it'll be Dangerous Dan.
So Dan, after your championship win in F3 last season, you look like you're actually doing pretty well in F2 so far, so just run us through your race.
Yeah, mate, it was very much just keeping out of trouble. The start was a bit manic, just sort of trying to settle in and get going, really. I felt the pace was good. Tried to keep with Ben and Lukey on the hards. Unfortunately, Ben had an incident that dropped him back, but yeah, it was just a case of keeping it steady, keeping off the penalties, damage, all that sort of stuff, really, yeah.
Yeah, it was still a very good race from yourself. Staying with Muddy and the likes of Lukey. Were you trying to burn all your ERS, or was it just a natural thing trying to get past and stay in DRS range of
the
other
basically.
people?
Well, I knew the DRS would help. That straight's enormous on the back, and you've got to be. Well, it was just a case of trying to keep in DRS. It eats up your DRS this track quite a lot anyway, but yeah, I was just trying to keep up with the cars in front. I had a bit of, obviously, getting stuck behind the hard runners was difficult, and trying to get around them. So it was a case of sitting behind them within a second, and unfortunately having to wait for the DRS to just build up before I could try and make an overtake. But it slowed me down a little, but I was able to get around in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good rest from yourself, obviously, and now moving on to next week, China. Have any thoughts for that track?
I'm not so keen on it. It's not like a. It's neither love nor hate really. It's just a case of getting the practice in and seeing what happens really.
So, we hope to see you back next week and hope. So, Daggles, do you want to round off now?
Yeah, congratulations, Dan, on P2. A great drive for yourself for the former F3 champion. And unfortunately, tonight's winner was Lukey1210, but he couldn't join us for the interview. But quick shout out to Lukey. It was a great drive on the alternate strategy, and he made the one-stop work for himself, even with the penalty. The boys behind him on the two-stop couldn't quite catch up the time. Probably his fellow hard runners did him a favour by holding them up for a little while. But from me and from Easton, it was a cracking one to commentate on, and I'm sure from Dan and Muddy, it's good night from all of us. And catch the stream tomorrow, where it'll be F4 tomorrow. No,
F3.
yeah, F3 tomorrow. F3 tomorrow. We'll take to the track, and it'll be Hanoi again for those boys, and once again it'll be tight, twisty, and tricky. So we'll see how the F3 boys negotiate that tomorrow. From me, it is good night, and I'm sure from